I love handsome men.
All right, so...
About 3 months later, about a month and a half, 2 months later, then they got married. I said, isn't that lovely? I like the lady. The lady, I like her, but who the hell... I mean, she wasn't one for me, you know?
She was an actress at one time. She's an English actress. And, well, I can give you, it's a little story, you might be interested. He worked in a place up in Upper Broadway. And Arthur Grundig, well, he was really the matchmaker. This might be interesting. He went up there and he listened to the trio. Tony had a trio there. And he invited him down to Cafe 50. And Claire, that's his wife, came in with some customers, regular customers that used to sing. And they got together, and then within 6 weeks, they got married. So Arthur Grundig, who we mentioned before, the bus driver, was instrumental in getting them together. He was the matchmaker. Yeah, within 6 weeks, they got married.
Now, here's another one. When I... Crosstown crooner, see? Says he rides the crosstown bus every day, you know, and here I am. This is about 1978.
I love to kill people. On stage. Real life, I wouldn't hurt a flea.
When she first came in there, she saw me, she heard me singing. By the way, she was around me. So she says to me, Gary, she says, why don't you come with me? We go to England for 2 or 3 months. I said, forget about it. And I'm like, I don't want to go to England with you, but I'm having fun around.
I finally met Claire here at Cafe 50 while she was in the audience. I grabbed a hold of my agent, Arthur Grundig, and I wanted to know immediately who that lady, that elegant-looking lady in black was. And he told me just nonchalantly, he said, oh, she's an actress. Well, I kind of lost hope when I heard that, because I figured that being an actress, she probably has not one, but 2 or 3 or 4 husbands. So I kind of lost hope until I had a cup of coffee with her a couple of Sundays later, and she told me that she had recently lost her husband and that she was beginning to feel the sting of loneliness, and I was beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
But there was another man who walked over and grabbed a hold of my hand and started holding my hand. So I didn't know what he'd think.
Who was that?
Do you want me to tell you his name? He's a musician, a good one, too.
He's one of the performers here.
Which one? Who?
It's Gary Hammer.
Gary Hammer.
Yes.
And a very nice man.
That happened about 30 years ago.
Okay.
It was up in Fairview. And I was doing some singing up there with somebody. And the guy called me up to do a number. There was a girl sitting at the bar. She said they shouldn't call him Gary, just Gary. They should call him Gary the Hammer. Later on, when the guy said, "Why did she say that?" I said I was out with the last night. I can't get up to a microphone and just stand in front of a mic that's not moving. That's stationary. Because it's a little rough, and I got to move around a little, you know what I mean? This way, when I'm moving, then I'm in the rhythm, you know? And everybody sees me doing this, and you'll find out yourself. You'll find, if you've seen them when they start, you'll find out different people will all start moving around because they see me doing it, you know? And so I was at a wedding one time here. The fellow got married down the block there. And I was up doing some numbers up there. And everybody commented about how my movements, you know what I mean? They said, you have some movements. Well, I never really had any big breaks for any singing like that or anything, because I always worked driving a truck. I was a trailer driver for about 16 years. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? I always worked driving my life. I worked in the shipyards. And I really didn't know how hard I was working, but I was working hard. I found that out. Because every time I get up to sing, everything seems the same. I'm always happy. And it's the only one thing. When I'm singing, I'm happy. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you about my sweeping the streets, right? About 3 months ago, I was learning this song at Harbor Lights. And I'm sweeping the street up, and I'm singing Harbor Lights. It's about like 6 o'clock in the morning. And this woman's coming by. I don't hear her. She's coming up. She said, "Boy, you must be real happy with your work, where you're singing." When you're good, God takes care of you.
I had feelings where there's times where I felt like playing desperately. It was something like an outlet to me. It was like letting a lot of anxiety out of my system. See, I had a lot of problems in life. Life never went right for me. And every time I went out to play, it sort of done me justice. It was like medicine, good medicine. And this is what I did. I used to go out and play and drink. And I smoked a lot. I always said at one time, all I needed was a drink, a cigarette, and play my horn. I was the happiest man. I didn't need nothing anymore. But that wasn't true. Because as the years went by, I found out that I cut out. I never really went back to playing. I laid away 2 or 3 years, 4 years, then start up again. And now I feel that it's the only thing in life that I feel that I could really do.
Oh, I see all my friends in the back here. How you doing back there? Oh, pretty song. It's a beautiful song, man. That great national song. Mona Lisa, and happy.
Well, Cal, I met at the Garden Cafe. We were down there in the late 70s. Cal is from New Orleans, and he worked, you know, he was very well known there. He did a lot of professional work down in New Orleans, and then he came back here. He had a group, and he works a lot of spots in the village.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, as I say, majority of the people that comes here, and I've been knowing them for years,
Right,
you know. But there are a few people I've met since I've come here, and that was nice. The dance, I met her.
What?
Alexandrine. We did a video together about a few months ago. We did
Tell
a
us a
video.
little about that. What?
Yeah, we
How
did
you
a
met
video.
her?
Yeah, we hear something from the. Here's a flyer. See, this is a flyer we had from the video we did. This was July the 31st. It was on Channel 44, and we did this, as I say, in July here. And I met her here.
I don't know, she looks like she got 2 left feet, but she wears some beautiful outfits over here. I mean, expensive outfits, you can tell.
this is a stripper, and this is the way they strip. Now, when I do my strip, you know, I don't ever go this far, because at the turn of the century, they didn't. And, well, they'd catch cold. It's so damn cold in the London music halls. So I stripped to high-button shoes and a leotard, and may even leave the boa on. I ought to get some kid to teach me an easy break dance step. Don't you think that would be fun? I don't know what's easy about it, but there must be something that is easy and looks hard. I could spin around, and I have to think about that because, you know, I don't want to stay in just an old bracket of she's only a bird in a gilded cage kind of thing. Have to get something a little outrageous. I like to be around people. I could never work in an office. I would foul up the filing system like you wouldn't believe. I certainly am not qualified for anything like that, or answering the telephone. And I'm too much a dreamer.
These are letters from Katie Hepburn. Now, for instance, when I retired, what did she say? Well, what will 49th Street be without you? See?
The guy that owns the place is a stingy son of a bitch. They work all night, and he won't even buy them a sandwich. He expects them to pay for their own food. Can you imagine when they're working so hard?
Because I'm used to playing and making a lot of music, and the kids get up and they dance, you know. This crowd is a little older, and some of them are just learning how to relax. I've been relaxing all my life.
What do you feel about the fact that they're closing down Cafe 50? Do you know anything about it? Tell us about that.
I feel sad because where are we going to go?
So are you going to miss Cafe 50?
I will miss it. Yes, I will.
But how do you feel about, did you hear that they might be closing down Cafe 50?
Well, I wish they would do it. If I had a lot of money, I'll take it myself. But I don't.
Gary always was a singer, dancer, entertainer. For as long as I know him. There are legendary tales of Gary's prowess around town where we live.
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in your smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is it just a way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there, and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.